Here with Chris Broussard. Everybody knows him from basketball. Pleasant surprise, you know basketball. Boxing. Basketball is my first love, but you said you're here to meet Wilder. Talk about how you got into boxing.
Oh, I mean, I grew up a boxing fan. Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, all those guys were my favorite boxers, you know. So now that I'm really working at Fox now as an analyst and opinionist. I have a radio show, I'm on the television shows. On TV mainly I talk NBA, but on our radio show, The Odd Couple, I do with Rob Parker. We talk everything, football, basketball, boxing this weekend at the Staples Center. It's going to be a big fight, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. So we're going to talk some boxing up until this fight.
Break that down, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder.
Look, I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's the type of fight that the heavyweight division needs. I think it's the type of fight boxing needs. Obviously, everybody wants to see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. And the winner of this fight, I'm sure will get Joshua. I hope we'll get Joshua. I know boxing is strange with this business and they might be able to stop it. But this is an intriguing fight to me because of the styles. You know, obviously Deontay is a huge knockout puncher and he's going to be going for it. But Fury, you know, he's got a unique, unorthodox, you know, defensive, crafty style. And he just told us that he's a huge puncher too. Now you don't think of him as a puncher.
No, not many people do.
He's got 19 knockouts and 27 wins. Yeah, but he says he's a big puncher, and I think these two gonna go at it. I think they're gonna go after each other. I'm sure Deontay is gonna go after the knockout. Sure, yeah. And will that open him up to getting countered by Fury? That's going to be the interesting.
Speaking some boxing language, man.
Man, look.
I'm usually coming to you for trades, man.
Everybody just thinking about basketball, which I love basketball, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I know all the sports.
Okay, now the welterweight division, are you an Errol Spence fan?
Yeah.
Earl Spence fan? He's fighting Mikey Garcia?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good fight. I like Spence. I think he's going to win. I'm waiting to see Spence and Crawford eventually line up against each other. So yeah, I think, look, with Floyd basically retiring or whatever he's in, I think the welterweight division is in some good hands. You got a lot of good young fighters out there.
Now let's transition to basketball real quick. You're in La La Land, obviously. How would you assess LeBron's first 18 games in LA, 19 games here?
Well, it's been, I think the transition to the Lakers has been better and smoother than its transition to Miami and in Cleveland. You know, some of that might be because expectations weren't as high, but the team's record is actually they're 11-8. I know both of those places he was 9-7 or 9-8, something like that. So they're playing well. The bottom line is this: the Western Conference, outside of Golden State is clearly the best team in the league, let alone the West. But after Golden State, it's up for grabs. You probably have 10 teams that are of similar quality after the Warriors. And when you got the best player in the world, which I believe LeBron still is, then you should feel good about your chances to get, you know, be the second or third best team in the West. If they could finish this season as the second or third best team in the West, I don't mean record-wise, I mean get to the conference finals or going out in a tough 6 or 7 game series in the second round, I think the Lakers will have to feel good about that, and then let's see who they can get in the future to join LeBron.
Speak about his, you come out to me as a sports historian, more importantly, social conscious historian. Speak about him off the court, like the documentaries, and talk about his importance off the court. Because me personally, I'm not leading your answer, but me personally, I think is one of the more powerful things to see a man at the apex of what he's doing and where he's going and the things that he's doing off the court, and to monetize and take the leverage and the power from the people who actually spoke bad upon him, you know? Yeah. I think that's astounding.
I think what he's done off the court is tremendous. From the documentaries and the television shows he's creating to obviously his school, the I Promise School in Akron. I would actually like to see other athletes duplicate that. And if that means LeBron teaching or showing other athletes how to do it, then let's do that, because I think there needs to be more unity among the African American athletes, because you could get so much more done. It's great what LeBron James is doing. It's tremendous. But when we talk about his school, Why couldn't we have 25 black athletes doing that in their cities? Adrian Peterson doing that. Cam Newton doing that, you know, Draymond Green doing that in wherever they're from or their adopted city, because obviously we need better educational opportunities in the black community. So I think LeBron is really setting the blueprint for African American athletes today in terms of being outspoken and using their platform to better our community, because in the 60s and 70s, it was brave and courageous just to say something.
Wow.
Now, we don't need you just to say something. We need you to do something, okay? And so LeBron is doing that. And look, with his television shows and like Shut Up and Dribble and things like that, he doesn't have to do this.
That's the whole,
it would
that's
be
what's so
easy
amazing.
for him just to reap the benefits of his fame and his fortune and just enjoy life. And obviously he's still enjoying life. But he's taken it upon himself to address issues that really don't impact him as much anymore. I know he had the N-word spray paint on his house, so racism still impacts him to some degree, but he could easily escape from it. And the fact that he's trying to address it and help other people who are less fortunate than him, I think is tremendous. A lot of people think, look, I say Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. I have LeBron second. But a lot of people look at it and say, well, when you look at what he's done off the court, then they call him the GOAT. And I respect that.
I have an utmost respect. I don't even look at his free throw percentage anymore. And I live in LA. You know what I mean? I don't even look at his free. I'm like, man, he's saving hundreds of thousands of kids. He put hundreds of thousands of kids. He connected with University of Akron. He's here in LA. She shut up and he took the power from that lady from Fox and monetized it. People don't understand how powerful that is. So from that vantage point, I'm like, he can lose 30 games at the free throw line, but he's saving those kids in South Central that want to get to the free throw line. You know, so that's a beautiful. My last question: where's Kevin Durant going? Is he staying?
I don't even think Kevin Durant knows. I don't think he'll stay in Golden State. I don't think he was staying anyway, even before the Draymond incident. The question was, will he leave after this year, or will he leave after they're playing their first season in the new arena in San Francisco? That's what the Warriors are hoping, at the least, that he would stay to help open that new arena in San Francisco. So I think he's going to leave probably this summer. The question is where. I mean, when you look at the Eastern Conference, there's been talk about New York. I don't think he goes to New York by himself. I think if he and Kyrie, or he and Jimmy Butler or somebody like that, him and Kawhi, I don't think Kawhi would go there though. That would be different. Maybe he would go there. Look, a lot of people are talking to Lakers, and maybe that could happen. But I tell you what, watch out for the Clippers. You know, you got Jerry West helping recruit. Jerry West, remember, helped recruit him to Golden State.
Great point.
And the Clippers look really good. Doc Rivers has them playing great basketball. They got the type of grinders that if you put a Kevin Durant in there, that's a team that's a contender to win the championship. And I think it'd be exciting. Look, these decisions, I always say, look, do what makes you happy. But if he leaves Golden State, I think it'd be incredibly exciting for wherever he goes, number one. But also, I want to see if Golden State, if they kept everybody together, Draymond, Clay, and Steph, if they could get back to the heights they were at before Kevin Durant went there. Because, look, it wouldn't be over for the Warriors. If
no,
Kevin Durant
you're
leaves,
right.
Not by any stretch. Remember the first year he was there, when he got hurt, they ran off on a great string over the last 20 games.
Yeah,
their record is 24-3 without Kevin Durant.
Over the 3 years, really?
Yeah. When Steph plays and KD does it, 24-3. They score more. They win by a higher margin. So don't sleep on the Warriors if Durant leaves. They still gonna be a major factor.
Well, we can't sleep. Well, they could possibly re-sign DeMarcus if he leaves, right? They have the money. Would they have the money for that?
I don't know if they would have the money. I don't think they still would have the money to give DeMarcus what he wants. But I don't know how much DeMarcus fits what they do anyway. Everybody's talking about DeMarcus this, DeMarcus that, and he's a great individual player, but we'll see if he fits. I mean, he holds the ball. He takes bad three-pointers. Defense isn't the greatest. He likes to walk it up the floor, push the ball when he gets it. So we'll see how he fits in. With or without DeMarcus, they the great team, and so we'll see.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure talking to you, man.
All right,
thank you.
Yep.
Thank you,
Good
King.
to meet you, man.
I'll see you Saturday night.
Keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you, King.
Right,
yep.
Yep.